happy Saturday morning. I just got back from, I wish I couldn't hear, honestly. Oh goodness. So this super reminds me of being in Japan. I should start taking things out. I feel like this is all going to be so crunchy. I need to remember to breathe. I feel like my mind is so scattered. I was starting this out and then I'm like, oh, is everything plugged in? Is, like, these don't need to go in the fridge. But I just came back from HMART and I need to put everything away. And this reminds me of when I lived in Japan. I had my PC with me. Here's the hard thing. Talking and getting something done at the same time is very difficult for me, although I used to stream and I streamed Pogo Stuck, and so I trained myself to be able to play and stream of consciousness talk at the same time. So like my only skill in talking and doing something is when I'm playing that particular video game. So I'm hoping that the audio is picking up all right. I sort of, oh God. Oh no. Oh, I'm so sad. The audio is probably horrible. You know, maybe I'll do the thing that I have done in some of my previous videos where I clip the mic here. But then it kind of weighs down on my hair. It's very, no. I'm gonna be constantly thinking about it. I hope you're having a lovely morning. Really what I want is this to be here. And this is going to be one of those Luna Uncuts. So, when I was in Japan, I would kind of make videos just on my phone. And because I brought my whole PC with me, I'm also very concerned about the plastic bag noises. I should probably put the meats away first. Okay, let's get that first. Also, I have not been drinking enough water. This is really all over the place. So this is like we just went shopping at HMART. This is also the first weekend I'm back. I was in Sweden last week. Oh, my brain is all over the place. I also hate using this microphone because I like to hold it close to my mouth. And I prefer using my like high quality mic. And I feel like I haven't been recording things with high quality audio. And like I'm so sensitive to audio and sounds. Like I carry these earplugs with me on my phone case. They're actually quite cute. Okay, we're getting distracted. Okay, Lena. I spent like a week in Sweden and I think I've just been running on adrenaline. Like so hard. So I'm gonna grab the bag that has the meat and the frozen things first. Okay. Sorry about the bag sounds. Honestly, if there are bag sounds in someone else's video, I'm like automatically like, see ya. But I have so much footage and so many stories from Sweden. It's like kind of so overwhelming. But yesterday I did put out one video about how I fell in love in Sweden. So go watch it. I'm being so weird. Okay, I'm gonna show you everything I got. Oh, this reminds me so much. Being in Sweden reminded me so much of when I lived in Japan. I loved Sweden so much, and I think it like made my heart full again. And the other reason I don't like having the mic down here is because I have to talk louder. And I feel most at ease when I'm talking really quietly. It's also like 5 million degrees. So I'd like to put my hair up, but oh, well, I can do the thing where, you know, the thing where you can just, hold on, you just like tie your hair in. If your hair's long enough. It also is, if your hair is curly, it works a bit better because it's not so slippery. My friends with straight hair, even when like they're, see, let's just, you can even, if it's long enough, you can kind of put it through again, but you don't really want to tie your hair in a total knot. But, oh, I want to learn how to tie like sailor knots. Oh, I have a friend who is so cool. Okay. I should put the things in the freezer first. So I got these. So I can read Japanese, but I cannot read Korean. So I cannot read this to you. But apparently it's mozzarella, cheese and potato hot dog. But there are fish sausages in there. And mozzarella cheese and potato. So I'm like, I feel like it's a bit of a claim to say that it's a hot dog if it's a fish hot dog. But we'll see how it tastes. I've always actually wanted to try these. They're so expensive, like out. Okay, the other frozen thing I got, I was going to get egg roll wrappers and I wish you could see more. I wish this were a better egg. Oh, hello. Okay, I was gonna get egg roll wrappers to make egg rolls and then like fry them. But one thing I'm not a huge fan of is fry oil. I like it occasionally, but I don't even have that much vegetable oil. So I cheated and I got some frozen egg rolls because, oh gosh, I spent the entirety of last week so excited that my brain like needs a break. So I'm trying to be calm, be one with the, sometimes when I talk, I just can't calm down. All right, these will go in the freezer. Oh, wait, no. Wait, now I'm like, I want to keep moving the camera. Oh, this is some stew I made and froze. And I feel like this is showing you like I feel like people's fridges and freezers are so personal. Like, so I'm a bit, I don't want to show you, but I also want to organize it. Okay, I should not have this open. I'm going to put these in here. And then I am going to put these in here. I want to like organize everything. I was so inspired. Like seeing my friend's apartment and it was so nice. And I was like, everything's so nicely, it was such a nice apartment. And then I stayed in a few different places and everything was just so nice and so organized and so put together. And I don't know. It reminded me of, I like wanted to bring back the feeling of feeling put together. And when I was in Japan, I felt so put together. And I'm here, I don't feel very put together. I don't know if you've noticed, but if you've watched some of my room, the videos that take place in my room when it's just like, I just have a mattress on the ground. And it's not that I need anything more, but it's just like, I don't need more things. I just want it to feel like cozy. Okay, shut up, Lynn. Keep going. All right, so I got some pork belly and I got some beef chops, ribeye. Oh gosh, I'm really worried that I just need the microphone to float right in front of my face. It's okay, as long as there is audio and it's not completely atrocious, I can edit it. But I used to make uncut videos in Japan because I brought my PC with me, but I was having such a phenomenal time. Oh, and I don't have a laptop. I'd really like to get a laptop, and I've done so much research for so many years, and I know exactly what laptop I want. It's okay. Anyway, I haven't had a laptop in a very long time, so I disassembled my PC that I had like built, and I brought it with me to Japan. And it wasn't until I was living in Japan for 4 months that I actually went and bought a PC case to reassemble it. So like while I was in Japan though, I would make videos on my phone and they were just, it was like Luna Uncut in Japan. Because I wanted to keep those memories, and sometimes you block yourself from making your own memories or like recording your memories. Because you can make memories, but unless you have a photographic memory, you don't, it's not like you can record it in your brain. I feel very scrambled, so maybe I'll just sing you a song. Okay. Put the beef in the fridge. I need to organize all this. I wish it's okay. Just keep going. You'll get there. I may not be a good singer, but it soothes my brain. Sometimes I am so scrambled, like ice into the freezer. HMART, thank you. I got some gyoza wrappers. I'm gonna put these in the freezer. I love gyoza. They're so yummy. And it's kind of cheating. I'm gonna make all the filling, but I've always wanted to make the gyoza wrappers. Okay. One bag down. How many more to go? I don't know. Take a sip of water now. Use the straw your friend found. Honestly, being in Sweden, like, yeah, it reminded me so much of living in Japan. I kept saying in my head is like Sweden, the Japan of Europe, and I know that sounds really silly and kind of stupid, but it's maybe not that the specific things were like Japan, but it evoked the same emotion and calmness and peace and joy and like feelings of safety and not like entrapment in my brain, like as when I lived in Japan. And I don't know, I really don't think that that's necessarily what someone else would experience, but it was just so, it was so beautiful. Alright, so I got a few other fun things. And these are all things I'm sharing with my friends and stuff. So there's like a lot here. And something that's really special that my friend and I do, or my friend, is try new things together. I'm really grateful that my friend like brought that idea to me, because I always was like, well, I can't afford to buy things without knowing that I love it. It's only worth it if I know. But it's so fascinating if you are able to afford yourself the opportunity to try something new. It's actually like really cool. And it's really cool when you get to share that experience. I thought I was gonna do my makeup and like look cute, or try to look cute, or look the way I like looking on camera. And I mean, I think there's so much value in feeling comfortable, just not like in all different varieties and all different ways, and feeling comfortable. Like, I'm usually very hyper and excite type. Oh, I was gonna show you this on camera, but like, this is just me. My channel is me and all the things I love. It's all like, everything I make is 100% my brain, like, vomiting at the screen. Like, I edit everything. Honestly, I wish I made all of the background music. I make some of it, and no one else helps me record things, or like I do everything myself, and like that makes it so fun. And that's why it's like Lunamail, because it's like me telling my friends, or if I were to send my friend a piece of mail, like, it's not always going to be the same subject, the same topic. It's like telling about, I don't know. I love making videos. I wish I could just do this all the time. I have so many ideas. I hope that if anything I make, like, resonates with you, I don't know, I hope you stick around, because there's so much, oh no, I'm like, there's so much that's so beautiful in the world. And I feel like my brain just remembered that last week. And I just can't bear to not be myself. I feel so trapped. But one of the reasons I always make videos about things I love and I'm joyful about is because I genuinely like watching them back. I really like the videos I make are like, it's for me, but I hope that people also find value in it. But the reason they're all like different, and because they're for me, they're so I can experiment with new things and learn what I love. And I'm like holding these, like waving them at you. But okay, this is Moshi Sparkling Yuzu White Peach. And oh shoot, all of this is going to be backwards. I would love to read all of these to you. This is not made in Japan, but... And then this is a sparkling honey oolong tea. I'm trying to warm up to tea. Sometimes I really like tea. I think when things are sparkling, it's just quite nice. Oh, the next thing I'm so excited about, actually. But I have to tell myself, calm. Be calm. You can't get too excited. Alright, next up is... Oh, that's the wrong bag. This is kind of weird because I'm like... The top of it, I was like, this looks like a baby bottle. But it's like a yogurt drink. I would say this is... Yeah, this is in Chinese though, so I can't read Chinese, but let's see if any of the kanji are similar to... This is probably, because like in Japanese, indyo is like beverage, and this looks like the nomu kanji simplified, and then like the drinking kanji simplified, and then this one is usually hin, like shokuhin, which is like food products. So I'm guessing, I mean, of course it's not the same language and it's different and simplified characters, but this is the aji kanji, and this is the this one's in kudamono, I think, which is fruit. This is koi. Koi, when it's on, like, koi is like love, but I don't know that, like, when it's on like milk products in Japan at least, it's kind of like deep, rich flavor. I'm really excited about this. And it's got this bottle. It's in a glass bottle, which it feels very nice and hefty. I'm so like tactile experiencing. And then I'm so curious about this, because like it's like a baby bottle. Is this so... Because you can just drink it out of the top. That kind of seems great. I don't know. Like, I always liked the pop-up caps on like water bottles, or like the straws that you like bite on. I don't know if it would be socially acceptable for me to drink out of this, but I might just do it anyway. Alright, so that's gonna go in the fridge. I'm so grateful to get to be able to try these things, because like, I don't know, sharing expenses can be quite nice. Alright, so that one was mango, and this one is strawberry. Oh, it's got the strawberry congee on it, or at least a simplified version of it. There was also like a normal one. Well, let's see. I'm so curious. See, you got the like baby bottle situation up here, but I would love to reuse these bottles. I love, like, oh my gosh, milk bottles. Like, one of my favorite, okay, when I was in England from March to April 2022, my friend and I, we stayed like at this cottage in the middle of nowhere. We were in Pulborough, in like farmland, and we went to this farm shop, and you could get fresh milk, and you picked out a bottle, like whatever size you wanted, and then you filled it up with milk, and we got whole milk, and this was the bottle, and I took back the bottle with me, and yeah, it's what, July of 2024 now, so I've had it for, I guess, almost 2.5 years. Not quite 2.5, but over 2 years. And I love it so much. Actually, I have so many ideas. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time like keeping it together. Sometimes people think that I'm like drunk or something, because my brain just like jumps all over the place, which is quite frustrating. Like, I know what it is. I'm not under the influence of anything. Just under my brain, the influence of my brain chemicals. Which, you know, sometimes you just have to take a breather. I'm so excited about all of this. And I'm also very excited to reorganize the fridge, because this is a disaster. Some fire sauce. Oh, I could show you everything in the fridge, but I feel like, yeah, fridges and freezers, just places and pantries of storing food, are so personal, and like, to share it feels like you're sharing a piece of you, and then if you share the fridge with someone else, it almost feels like you're sharing someone else's privacy without their permission, you know. I'm looking over there. One of my favorite things ever are like looking over there, and one of my favorite faces in the kitchen is the grater, and he's so happy. Big fan. Back to this. Okay, how's the framing? Horrible. It's horrible. But oh wait, this feels so much better. Oh goodness. How many steps have I gotten today? So it's 10:49 apparently in the morning, and I've gotten 6,921 steps. I think slow living would suit me well. But to live slowly, you need money. Oh, isn't money just such a silly, horrible thing? Oh. But maybe, the more places I travel, the more you witness, and the more you see other options of living life different from what you see in your everyday. Oh. It made me think so much. But I think you think too much. I got a cabbage. The reason I got this cabbage, you will see later. But I got okonomiyaki flour. I love okonomiyaki. Oh, I wish I could just spend all day like cooking and documenting it and like making recipes and being like, this is I'm trying to like not be too happy and excited because it's overwhelming. Too much adrenaline this past week. Alright, I've got 2 Yukon Gold potatoes. I loved grocery shopping in Sweden. I actually love grocery shopping anywhere. Oh, when I travel, like one of the best parts about traveling, do you see this? Okay, if you delete this freckle, do you see these 2 eyes and then there's a mouth there? I love seeing like faces and things. Okay, so I'm gonna put these 2 potatoes and this little knob of ginger. Oh, I had this. I was feeling very ill on one of my flights. It was the flight from... Actually, I flew into Copenhagen, although I spent like essentially no time in Copenhagen. So it was on my flight back from Copenhagen, on the first leg of the flight. I felt so ill. And the flight attendant was so nice and brought me like a special ginger, like the strong ginger ale. And I don't remember the name of it, but I'll have to find it because it was actually, usually I'm not a fan of super strong ginger, and I do like ginger ale, like Schweppes and Seagram's and... But I had this ginger ale, it was in a tiny can, and oh, it was good. They felt very soothing because I spent part of my time in Sweden actually feeling quite sick. Alright, so I have a yellow onion and a white onion. I'm just not going to take those out and I'll just throw them in here. I also got some mushrooms earlier today. I went for a walk to like the close by grocery. I got this broccoli. Oh, I actually love buying broccoli from HMART. Because they give you just the good part. Look it. They like chop off the whole stem, which I'm very curious what, like in process. Oh God, everything I see, I'm like, I want to know exactly how that works. I want to make that. And I'm like cursed with too many hobbies. I'm cursed with curiosity. I guess I'm also blessed with it. I'm easily entertained. So like, I don't need to go somewhere with admission when I'm traveling. You can literally drop me in the middle of nowhere and I will have a ball. And it's so much, oh, it's so much fun. Oh. Like, I found cherry trees in Sweden, and if they're on like public property, it's like okay to go and like pick the cherries and eat them, and it was just so incredibly lovely. Oh, I'm super curious about these. I bought this morning. They're these cherry plums. They're these like tiny plums. Look at them. Don't they look so nice? Oh, and these, oh, I have some grapes in the fridge. I love... Oh. I'm also gonna show you everything that I got in Sweden and Copenhagen, because I bought some things at the airport. So technically those things are from Denmark. Oh, I want to learn Swedish so badly. I'm like, well, it's horrible, but I'm like, god morgon. Natti natti. Tack snälla for watching. Oh gosh. We could switch to Japanese. I could be like, oh, my brain is like on fire right now. 皆さんおはようございます。ルーナでございます。今日ちょっとなんかスーパーで買った 食品と商品を紹介していきたいと思います。ね、最近日本語全然喋ってないし、どうしようかな。Oh, I don't want to have to edit this. So basically what I said was like, hey everyone, good morning, it's Luna. I want to show you the like food and other things I got from the store this morning. And I was like, I haven't been speaking any Japanese lately. Oh, I don't even remember what. It's like, right now I feel like I have the memory of a goldfish. I wish I at least had the memory of a tuna. Actually, now that makes me very curious. Does anyone know what the memory of a tuna is like? I would imagine it varies. But it must be better than that of goldfish, right? Okay. Are there other things that need to be put in the... Alright, we're going to pretend we're done there. Now, these are very much not like Korean or from East Asia. But I love this brand of like macaroni product. They have so many different shapes and that's why I love it. It's like very good for soups and kind of... I don't know. So these are like these little bow ties and you see how they're like quite small. What does it say? Bow tie corbata elaborado con macaroni product pasta. Where are these? Oh, it's from Mexico. Alright, so I've got to train my Spanish, which is non-existent, which is really quite horrible. Like, we learned Spanish in elementary school and then... Okay, so this one, I got a bunch of different shapes. I got shells. I love these. I love how many shapes there are. Like, you know when you buy macaroni and, or if you ever have had Kraft macaroni and cheese, which like is not good, but, and the parents were always like, the shapes don't make it taste different. And you were like, yes it does. And it changes it so much. The shaped ones taste so much better. So if you can find it, oh gosh. I'm so sorry. I've just got to calm down. Alright. I feel like people are going to be like, Luna? What's wrong with you? Don't worry guys, I'm fine. I just need to recover. So let me go back to... These are gears, pasta now. I love gears. In watches and cars, and pasta and stars. We have estrella. Stars in Swedish is stjärna? So we have stars, estrella, stjärna, and in Japanese, stars are hoshi. Like a starry sky is hoshizora. Sky is sora, but with, like, when you add hoshi, it's, yeah, hoshizora. And then, like a shooting star. I wonder, if you know what shooting star is in another language, tell me. So, nagareboshi is shooting star. Nagare is like to flow. And boshi is hoshi, but voiced. So, nagareboshi. I don't know what shooting star is in Swedish or in Spanish or in any other language for that matter. So I think I got 5 different shapes because I was thinking of making some soups. Oh no, did I get 6? I got the alphabets. I can make some alphabet soup. What does this say? Alphabets, letras. Well, this wouldn't be the alphabet in Japanese, so actually, oh my gosh, that would be so fun to have like bits of hiragana. It would be hard to make it into shapes or pasta, I think, because some of them are disconnected, but like I love hiragana stickers and stationery. Oh goodness, one last one. I used to love these. These are just like the tiny little pearls. What is it in Spanish? Munición? And I really want to learn Swedish. I actually started watching oh my gosh. Alright, it's time to take a water break. So if you haven't any water in your reach, go fill some up. I have so many different water sources here. I don't love that this has the Starbucks symbol on it, but I really do love this, the design of this. I used to only like double-walled water containers, but now the thing about double-walled containers is that they're thicker, they take up more space, they're heavier, and I have a bad habit of these smell so good. It's like just such a faint smell. Okay, because I was at HMART and I was missing Japan, I got some pucho, which this is so messed up. When they rebranded pucho like the English branding some years ago, and it used to be spelled Puccho, because that's like the romanized version of this, which is pu and then cho, pucho. So this is chisai tsu, like doubles the next consonant. But then they like rebranded it and it's puchao. And suddenly I was like, oh, did they change the name? But it's not different in Japanese. So basically they're lying to you. And it used to be normal, so... Okay. Alright, so we've got ramen soda flavor. These are so good. Okay, this is probably my favorite. Maybe my favorite gummy candy in the world. This one's mango. Then we have cola. I used to hate cola oh so much. And then my brain just changed and I don't know. Because it's like a gummy and then it's got like gummies in it. Oh, they're so good. When I'm in Japan and I'm like coming back from Japan, I'll literally buy just like a case of them because they're so delicious. And also, they're actually a reasonable price to buy in Japan, and the import price is really horrifically expensive. So if you're in Japan, try those, see if you like them. A lot of people like Haichu, but they are 5 million times better than Haichu. Maybe even 37 million times better. I saw these. They're like honey droplets with ginger, and I was thinking about my lovely experience with the ginger soda. So yeah, these are from New Zealand. I have always wanted to go to New Zealand, literally ever since the Lord of the Rings came out. So I saw the first Lord of the Rings in 2001 in theaters. And should I tell you this? I probably shouldn't. If you haven't seen the Lord of the Rings, spoiler alert, okay? It's not really a spoiler, but there's a scene where they're fighting the orcs and one of the orcs' head gets cut off. And I was like, what, 7? 6? 6 or 7. And I just like laughed in a quiet movie theater. That memory will haunt me forever. It reminds me of actually the story like Ludwig recently told. But like, I don't have a strong recollection of how I laughed when I was 6 years old. But I remember it being silent and I was just like laughing. And I was like, oh God, I probably shouldn't be laughing. But yeah, Ludwig told a story about how he was at a movie premiere and he just would let out like a Anyway, these are so good. I mean, it's just chocolate and macadamias.
and they have an almond version too. But Meiji, big fan. Meiji. Yeah. These two, this is just gum. I actually really want to chew some right now, but I'm not going to. I wish these were the Japanese packages so we could have a little fun story time reading. I love. So if you're learning a language, and maybe you do this already, one of the best things is to just be super observant of everything, like all packaging that has that language written on it. Just start reading the backs of things. And it was so funny because when I moved to Japan, and like I was just so curious about like reading like ingredient labels and stuff, and when I took my placement test, like my spoken placement test for language school, I mentioned that, and they were like, oh really? That's like something that they're actually studying in the textbook in like this particular level. So it was like part of, I don't know, but you don't need to use like Duolingo. You don't, maybe you need that structure, especially like initially. But there's like one method of learning Japanese called AJAT, and I'm not super familiar with it, but it's like all Japanese all the time. Like my introduction to Japanese was before I started studying it. I watched anime. So I like listened to a lot of it, but with subtitles. And when you're reading subtitles, you're actually listening less. But then like my high school offered Japanese, and I decided to take it for all 4 years. So I did get a lot of like structured learning with the most wonderful Japanese teacher in the world. Oh, I could talk about her all day. All right. So I got some rice paper because I thought it would be fun to make spring rolls. I've never actually had this before, or like purchased rice paper before. And I was thinking of getting the slightly larger one, and then I was like, oh, I could get the big one, but I was like, let's start small. So I'm really excited about this actually. I'm trying not to be too excited. I feel like I need to sit back because I do this thing where I sit on my knees, and then maybe I wish I could also be holding this, but I sit on my knees, and oh, I have my car here with me. I wanted to try like driving some candies on top of it. I feel like I look like a gremlin and kind of, I don't know, like a little bit unwell. I'm okay. But I like the lighting in here and like everything. I'm like, ooh. So I apologize. But yeah, it's good not to be down on yourself about how you're looking. And it's good, I don't know, especially as like I love makeup. Makeup to me is like art on your face. It's like painting without a piece of paper. I just want to be like a walking art piece. Not that it's necessarily like a good art piece, but when I'm wearing makeup that I like, when I'm doing my makeup, it's so much fun, and it makes so much sense that makeup artists are called makeup artists. But like, it also feels really nice to be able to just like rub your face. Oh my gosh, wait, I need to hurry up because I need to go somewhere, and they just opened like 10 minutes ago. Okay, this is a brush for flavor. I got some snacks, turtle crunch. Turtles are nice. I got some honey twist snacks. I got some ume gum. Ume. Oh gosh. Tsuyo. It says, it's like, this is in kaori, and this is like in flavor, and this is, oh no, my kanji reading has gone down the oh, I'm really embarrassed actually. Ha ni tsuki ni nikui. Ha ni tsuki nikui. Ume gamu. Okay, so I'm reading this. So that means ha ni tsuki nikui. That's like it doesn't get stuck in your teeth. Namae, yume, meisho. I think this is meisho. 名所 chewing gum. Oh my gosh, bungee gum. If you've seen Hunter x Hunter, you know what bungee gum is. And I also got these. I'm trying to speed up. But yeah, if you're into like fashion or anything or crazy brains, go check out my other videos too. Some of them are very long, some of them are very short. I like experimenting because I'm not just one thing. I love too many things to do just one thing. Okay. So I got some kare, some curry roux. Usually I get the extra hot kind, but my friend was like, can we have less spicy stuff just for like variety's sake? Because I love making things really spicy. Also, the extra hot golden curry is not that hot. I got some more, I call this crunchy shug, but kokuto, like the brown sugar that you can get in Japan. This is from Taiwan, but it's so good. Oh gosh, I need to go. Otona no furikake. This is the best furikake ever. This is my favorite brand. This is the brand I was introduced to when I first stayed in Japan with my host family in 2010. My host mom would always put it in my lunchbox. I love it so much. If you like salmon furikake, this is good. But it comes in individual packages, so it's easy to take with you. They also have wasabi of this one, which I really like. But it's way too expensive in the States, so heck. I was supposed to organize this along the way. Oh, here's the okonomiyaki flour. Oh my goodness. I lived in Osaka, and my friends in Japan, I was so lucky that like my Japanese friends loved cooking, and she was so good at cooking, and we just had like we had a takopa, which is like a takoyaki party, but like takoyaki party is shortened to takopa, which are like the octopus ball things. They're so good. It's like made with the same type of flour as okonomiyaki flour, basically. Not quite, but it's similar. But yeah, you don't have to use like a pre-mixed flour. You can, kind of do everything yourself. Also got some tapioca pearls to make. You can make bubble tea at home really easily. See, I wish I could show you guys all of this stuff. Like, it's so, oh gosh, it's so much fun. Cooking is so much fun. I wish we had more time to do all the things we love. I bought these because really tragically, like a shop that I was able to get like the single coffee sticks in, now I can't get them. And I figured I'd try these out. The individual sticks, it really helps me to not consume too much caffeine, because I really can only have like one stick worth in the early morning. And if I'm using like scoops, I will always put too much in, it's not good for me. I'm quite sensitive to caffeine. Alright, and then I got some other products that are not food products, but I only have one of my onigiri containers, so I got this one. I'm sure I'll show it in some other videos. Like, I have all of this footage recorded of I made gyoza, and like I was gonna make a video on how to make gyoza, and what I realized is that, because when I first started these videos, I would film and then I would constrain myself to only that footage from that day. I would have to make a video from it, and it was so good for my brain, and I had more free time, and I felt like I was just so happy making videos, and I've always loved making videos. And maybe someday, if this turns into something, I'll reveal the hundreds and hundreds of past Luna videos, and like my first video ever on YouTube from 2006. But I don't know, like I don't want to give myself an external goal because that's putting a weird pressure on myself. I love doing this, and I want to give myself 10 years. I could do this forever and get nothing from it, but I would be lying to myself if I said I didn't wish it could turn into something. So I think it's unfair to yourself to put an external number, oh, I have to hit this many followers or subscribers by X date. I hope that maybe in 5 years, 10 years, maybe I make a penny or two, or maybe 314 pennies. I have a Patreon, and I kind of wish that, I don't know, when I streamed on Twitch, that extra $50 a month was so huge to me. And it was you lose half of it to taxes, but it was so huge to me. It felt like I was making an income, just I didn't do it for the money. I loved streaming, but it made me feel oh wow, now I can use this little bit of money to put back into my hobbies and maybe treat myself to something. And I'm so grateful I have these things. And oh, I'm not grateful that I have tinnitus I have it permanently in my right ear, but sometimes it's oh, I'm back in my left ear. I try so hard to protect my ears. And I hope that if you like listening to really loud music, I never had an issue with it, and I didn't understand people saying oh, protect your ears, and I had a friend who experienced extreme ear pain, and I'm now I do too. And it was when I was 20, still when I was 26, I was fine. And now it's something you live with, and you learn to live with it, and usually it's the people who are old, and you're oh, well, it's never gonna happen to me, but I don't know. Watch out for your ears. One day, your hearing might just betray you, and you might feel like you're going insane. It'll be okay, you can make it through, but okay, so I got this because I want to make, I'm gonna just pile all of this stuff up. Oh, I gotta stop sitting on my... I want to make dumplings from scratch. And this is a dumpling fisher outer. I was also thinking I could make byung noodles, which I don't know if you've ever made noodles from scratch, or pasta from scratch. Oh, it's so much fun. I love making things. I love creating things. I love learning how to do things. These are, omikuji? Wait a second, these are omikuji? Wait, what? No. Oh, shoot, they are okini. Okay, these are made in Osaka, and whenever I see okini, my heart just I lived in Osaka, and I used to think I wanted nothing to do with Osaka and Kansai Ben, because I really like hyojungo, which is proper, it's the news people in Japan speak hyojungo, and it's the really proper literary, and because there are different pitch accents and stuff, and I wanted to be able to learn voice acting, and I had so many dreams. I loved buying skewers when I lived in Japan. This whole thing is me indulging in and being so inspired and motivated to do the things that I did in Japan. I used to make yakitori with heart-shaped carrots. I had one pan, I had one bowl, I had one spoon, I had one fork, the fork that I stole from that's another story. I stole the fork from my friend in the States, and it's my favorite fork in the freaking world. It's right here. I stole this fork from my friend accidentally. It's like a whole story on, well, I didn't mean to. We were eating. I'll tell that story at some point. But I then told him that I accidentally stole it. And he was like, it literally does not matter. But yeah, you could buy these at like Hyakking, which is like the dollar store at like Daiso or Seria in Japan. But this isn't just like a normal cheap product in the States. I got some alcohol wipes. I got this. I was actually hoping to get another one of these, but they didn't have one, and I'm quite bummed. But I've got some leftover like tahini that was just gonna get thrown away from a catering thing. So I got to take it. I hate when like catering occurs, or in the food industry and in restaurants and just in food service in general. There's so much food waste, or in like corporate, there's so much food waste, and like there's so much that you can do with those things. You can make whole entire new meals with all right, shh. Next thing, I also got some grape xylitol gum. Next thing, I also had to replace our soy sauce. And we are almost out of the soy sauce. Wait, here, I'll pull this one out. We've got this much left. It's been a while, a long while. I wanted to get kikkoman, but I got this one. Yamasa. I have so many stories to tell you. Okay, we're gonna put this here. I got some nori. I'm not a huge fan of this type of container because and it's wasteful, but I like when they're individually wrapped because it's hard to use them all before they start getting kind of soggy. And so I'm like, I'm gonna have to change my eating habits so that I am consuming nori like a mad person. Okay, oh gosh, this needed to go in the, so I have some seaweed salad. This needed to go in the fridge, a bit ago. That's also like, so, these things are, let's just say if the expenses of these groceries were not shared, I could not afford all these things. At all. So the other thing is sometimes I don't like doing this sort of thing because I feel like, and I don't feel this when other people do it, but I feel like it's like boasting what you have, and I don't ever want someone to feel that. Like, I'm so grateful that I can have these things at all. If you saw my my cooking with Luna video, I made chili crisp and it was so good, and it was like, I would love to make it again, but I'm cheating and I bought myself some. I don't know if this is like, I was looking at the different brands and I wish there was a smaller container of it, because otherwise I'm just gonna like eat too much chili crisp. I got some coconut milk. I love making Thai curry. I also got this. This seemed super interesting to me. It's tuna in a pepper sauce. I don't have a lot of like canned fish. Oh no, my legs. Oh geez. I do have like one, oh wait. I do have a container. Oh no, my, whew. I've got this salmon in here, but I wanted to make onigiri, which is pretty much the only reason I'll use canned fish. Oh, my Legos. All right, we're getting down to the final bags. I'm gonna have to fold up. I wish I could show you. Oh, wait, I want to show. Oh, wait. I want to show you the, that's probably annoying saying that there. How to fold Should I put this in the frame? Should we put a different one in frame? Put this one in frame for different coloration. I have some. I'm so excited. I always loved having trays in Japan, and these, like, you can get them at like Seria and Daiso for $1. But I'm so excited. I want to do more cooking stuff, and I just think they're so pretty and so, like, these make me so happy. I'm excited. Then I can like serve people in a very pretty way, or just serving yourself in like presentation for yourself too is really, it's really nice. But presenting somebody with something like this is lovely. But yeah, if you sit down like with a little tray, oh, it's so nice. I love like very beautiful and like aesthetically pleasing things, but you wouldn't know it from like my videos in my room, and it's just that I've never really been able to afford the idea of spending so much money on like furniture and decorations and things, and then knowing that I'm going to move. But when I lived in Japan, I did spend money on making this my space and like my home, and I had this realization that it's so valuable, and I can't wait to like make my room very much my home. I got two like large purchases. We'll have to see, because I wanted an electric kettle, but I was like, I'm gonna get this one because it does a bunch of different things, and I actually I love making different things in my rice cooker. My rice cooker is my favorite kitchen appliance, and it's probably because I don't own a KitchenAid stand mixer, and oh my gosh, I think there maybe not, maybe the offer has been retracted, but if I can just like settle, if I had more time, I wish I had more time. Don't we all wish we had more time and money and energy? I don't want to be in jail anymore. Okay, anyway, so I'll open this later, but I was gonna open it now, but I'm not gonna do that. And then another thing I'm so excited about, because I want to make like yummmmm, which are like pork buns, or bao is the Chinese name. So it's like that doughy bun bread filled with so many different possibilities. Oh, and I've made them before, and they're so good. Or like just steamed buns or steamed dumplings. And I love I love making things from scratch, and it's so much fun. It takes so much time though, and like when you are tired and don't have the energy, but I always have to make like a really wonky, janky steaming apparatus situation. I'll like put a plate and foil and then like chopsticks inside of and it's not great. I don't have a steaming, I never had like a steaming basket, or I did have like one of those fold out metal steamers for like vegetables, but it's probably from IKEA. Oh my gosh, I wish I got to go to IKEA in Japan. I did wish I got to go to IKEA in Japan, but IKEA in Sweden, and also in Sweden it's called IKEA. In Japanese it would be IKEA. Yeah, it was also IKEA. In Iran as well, it's IKEA. Anyway, so I got a bamboo steamer. There were 4 different sizes, and I was like, I don't like buying something and then wanting to upgrade. I did get the smallest one. Like, it would be great to have more space to steam like more things at the same time, but I don't have like big, super large pots, and so I wanted something I knew would fit in one of the pots I have. And I hate shopping online. I love like feeling something and touching it, because I feel like I can make a really informed decision. And this might not be like the highest quality and it might not be the best one ever, but like the fact that I was like, oh, I can see it and I can touch it and I can choose exactly the one and I can compare it to the other ones in person. And I felt like I could always do that when I was living in Japan. And here it's just like, anyway, I love shopping in person. There's something so tactile about it. It's like very fun. But that's everything, I guess. I've got to go now. So if you are, I don't know, I hope you have a lovely day. And this is Luna signing off. Oh gosh, it's 11:30 now. Oh gosh, this was more than an hour long. Okay, sip some water. I am looking forward to making more videos. If you enjoyed this is my least favorite thing in the world, but if you would like to stick around, I would really like to have you stay. I'd like to do this more, but it's just the time and my brain and energy and stuff, so I'm probably gonna release the same day, so hopefully the audio isn't completely borked, but we'll see. I gotta go run. The world is so beautiful. I hope that you have a moment to just have a break and stop and look around. Go for a walk without your phone. Just look at everything around you. Stop and look for the snails. Stop and look at the rocks. I'm so entertained by everything, but like there's so much that is so beautiful. Look at the buildings and the way the shadows hit the building, or with the way the sun reflects off the windows, the way if it's raining, look at how the like droplets hit the little puddles. Oftentimes, you know, people will watch like Japanese anime or like the films, and they're like, oh, they find such beauty in the everyday. But sometimes if you think about the world through the lens of, what if I were going to animate this? What if this were animated? Or what if this were a cinematic shot? If you like look at life through that lens, sometimes in like a really kind of open, curious, yet sort of critical, like, oh, imagine if this were animated, like the ripples in the puddle, and imagine just how beautiful these things that we don't stop to look at are. And with that, I hope you have a lovely Saturday, a lovely weekend, a lovely week. I hope life doesn't crush you too much. And I hope that if it is, you can find a way for it to crush you less. I hope to find a way, too. I think I've seen a lot of different ways that it's possible. And I want to make it possible. So, alright, eat some tasty stuff. I'll cook for you. I don't know, maybe someday we'll get some recipes. I have so much footage from Sweden, so you'll see stuff come out eventually. I might do different projects, and my heart is so full and so running on adrenaline and so needs to calm down. And so wants to just talk even quieter, like right close to the microphone. But then I have to occupy my hands, so alright. I want to memorize more digits of pi. Oh gosh. Take care. Thank you so much for watching. この動画を見てくれてありがとうございます。次も楽しんでください。Tack så mycket is like thank you so much in Swedish. Pardon my pronunciation. If it's nighttime for you, natti natti. おやすみなさい. Or if it's morning, おはようございます. Or is gomorron? I don't know. Teach me how to say different things in other languages. Or just hello. Hey, hey. It's so funny how hey is like hello or hey in Swedish, or like hi. But I like the variation that is hey, hey. Alright. Take care. Thank you for watching. Please stay. Please. Goodbye. Oh, well, not goodbye. See you. Ciao.